Amid scorching temperatures, 2 million Muslims from 160 nations embarked on the sacred journey of the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Hajj, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, is a religious duty of immense importance for Muslims worldwide. However, during their spiritual journey, an unexpected and unsettling incident occurred, disrupting the serenity of the holy space and instilling terror among the devotees. A tangible sense of fear swept through the crowd as an inexplicable entity emerged from beneath the revered Kaaba. The sight of this mysterious phenomenon sparked collective confusion and apprehension among the worshippers, who were left pondering the nature and significance of the supernatural force that disrupted the sanctity of the sacred site. Details about what the Muslims witnessed and the true meaning of the ominous occurrence remained elusive. This event prompted contemplation on whether these were indications of a significant moment, a prophesied event in various religious traditions that would mark a pivotal turning point in history. To grasp the magnitude of the incident, it is essential to explore the historical and religious context surrounding the Kaaba. When Hazrat Abdullah bin Zubair undertook the reconstruction of the Kaaba, a green stone was unearthed from beneath the ground. This stone was believed to be the resting place of Prophet Ismail and his mother Hajar. Out of reverence for these revered figures, the ground was left undisturbed during the reconstruction process. Throughout history, peculiar phenomena have occurred near the Kaaba, such as floods interpreted by some as divine acts, revealing hidden truths. Aside from the Prophet's tombs, an abnormal raised mound was discovered to be an enormous bone, sparking speculation about its origin. Some theorized that these could be remnants of the Nephilim, the mysterious giant creatures mentioned in the Bible. The Nephilim were said to have existed on earth in ancient times, born from the union of the sons of God and the daughters of man. Their existence and subsequent conflicts with humans are chronicled in the book of Genesis. The discovery of a skeleton near the Kaaba intensified the debate, leading to questions about whether it indicated a past war between humans and the Nephilim, or was associated with the aftermath of the Ark incident. The narrative of the Israelites defeating the Nephilim is recounted in the Bible, particularly in the book of Numbers. As the Israelites journeyed through the wilderness under the leadership of Moses and Joshua, they engaged in battles with various peoples, including the Nephilim. The defeat of the Nephilim is attributed to divine intervention, showcasing God's power and support for the Israelites. The specifics of how the Israelites overcame the Nephilim vary across religious traditions. Furthermore, the concept of the Great Hour, a significant event in history, is deeply embedded in various mythologies and religious beliefs. This cataclysmic event is thought to simultaneously eradicate wrongdoing and the Nephilim, while rewarding the righteous with a fresh start on an untainted earth. The Great Hour symbolizes a moment of immense importance, transcending ordinary time and serving as a decisive turning point in history. Different cultures and belief systems may ascribe different names or interpretations to this event, but the fundamental theme remains constant: a radical transformation cleansing the world of malevolence and offering a clean slate for the virtuous to rebuild their lives. The Hajj pilgrimage, a sacred journey for Muslims worldwide, encountered a disconcerting event that disrupted the sanctity of the holy site. The emergence of an unexplained entity from beneath the Kaaba left worshippers gripped by fear and questioning the nature of the supernatural force at play. The discovery of an enormous bone near the Kaaba sparked speculation about its origin, with some suggesting a connection to the Nephilim mentioned in the Bible. Furthermore, the incident raised intriguing questions about the Great Hour, a momentous event believed to bring about profound transformations in history. The significance and meaning of these events remain subjects of interpretation, rooted in diverse religious and cultural traditions. The concept of the Antichrist serves as a symbolic representation of the forces of darkness and opposition to divine truth. The appearance of the Antichrist is believed to be a sign that the Great Hour, the transformative event that reshapes human destiny, is approaching. In Christian eschatology, the Antichrist is associated with the end times and is seen as a figure who deceives many and leads them astray from the path of righteousness. According to biblical teachings, the Antichrist will rise to power, claiming to be a messianic figure and performing false miracles to gain followers. This deception is seen as a test of faith for believers, as they must stay true to their convictions and resist the allure of the Antichrist's false promises. In Islamic eschatology, the figure known as Dajjal is often equated with the Antichrist. Dajjal is depicted as a deceiver who spreads corruption and falsehood. Islamic teachings describe Dajjal as having one eye and wielding immense power. The emergence of Dajjal is seen as a major sign of the end times, and his presence signifies the approaching great hour. In Judaic eschatology, the figure of Armilus is sometimes associated with the Antichrist. Armilus is described as a tyrannical ruler who opposes God and seeks to subjugate the world. According to Jewish tradition, Armilus will be defeated by the Messiah, ushering in the era of ultimate peace and redemption. The appearance of the Antichrist, regardless of the religious tradition, signifies a period of intense spiritual and moral challenges. It is believed to be a time when the forces of evil are at their strongest, testing the faith and resolve of believers. The presence of the Antichrist is seen as a call to remain steadfast in one's beliefs and to resist the allure of deception and corruption. While the specifics of the signs of the great hour may differ across religious traditions, the underlying theme remains consistent. The anticipation of a transformative event that brings about the culmination of human history and the establishment of a new order. These signs serve as reminders to believers to uphold their moral and ethical principles, to remain vigilant in the face of temptation, and to prepare themselves spiritually for the challenges and rewards that lie ahead. The concept of the Antichrist and the signs of the great hour play significant roles in various religious and eschatological traditions. The appearance of the Antichrist is viewed as a precursor to the great hour, a transformative event that reshapes human destiny. These signs, whether they manifest as seismic activity, moral decay, or the emergence of a deceptive figure, serve as reminders of the need for spiritual preparedness and adherence to moral principles. They offer believers a framework for understanding and navigating the challenges of the present age, while holding on to the hope of ultimate redemption and a new beginning on a rejuvenated earth. The concept of the Antichrist is deeply ingrained in religious and eschatological teachings, symbolizing the forces of darkness and opposition to divine truth. It is believed that the Antichrist possesses persuasive tools to mislead and manipulate the masses, contributing to the vivid imagery of an impending cosmic trial. In Islamic apocalyptic traditions, there is a specific detail associated with the Antichrist. According to certain teachings, 70,000 Jews from Isfahan will follow the Antichrist and succumb to his deception during a time of immense trial. The inclusion of this number and location adds a layer of specificity to the prophecy, enhancing the richness of the narrative and its cultural and religious nuances. The emergence of the Antichrist is often seen as a test of faith, representing the pinnacle of spiritual challenge before the ultimate resolution of the great hour. Followers of various religious traditions are urged to remain vigilant, adhere to their faith, and recognize the signs of deception associated with this ominous figure. While interpretations may vary, the overarching theme underscores the importance of spiritual preparedness and discernment in the face of the Antichrist's trial. The belief in the return of Jesus Christ as a Savior who will vanquish evildoers is prominently outlined in the book of Revelation. This apocalyptic book, attributed to the Apostle John, provides vivid and symbolic imagery of Jesus as a conquering hero. The destruction of evildoers in the context of Jesus' return is often associated with the concept of divine justice. Throughout the New Testament, teachings and parables emphasize the separation of the righteous from the wicked at the end of times. The theological foundation for Jesus saving humanity by destroying evildoers lies in the belief that God's justice demands a resolution to the problem of sin and evil. The second coming represents the culmination of God's redemptive plan for humanity, where Jesus is seen as a merciful Savior and a just judge who will bring finality to the struggle between good and evil. Interpretations of these eschatological themes can vary among Christian denominations, with some emphasizing a more symbolic or allegorical reading of apocalyptic texts, while others take a more literal approach. Additionally, interpretations of who the evildoers are and the nature of their destruction can also vary, leading to diverse perspectives within the broader Christian community. For believers who subscribe to the understanding of Jesus' return, there is a sense of hope and assurance in the prospect of ultimate victory over evil. This narrative underscores the significance of faithfulness, moral living, and readiness for the return of Jesus, serving as a powerful motivation for believers to remain steadfast in their devotion and to trust in the redemptive work that Jesus is believed to accomplish upon his return. The notion that Jesus will save humanity by destroying evildoers when he returns is a significant aspect of Christian eschatology. Drawing from biblical passages that portray Jesus as a triumphant and just figure, this belief shapes the hope and expectations of many Christians regarding the ultimate resolution of the cosmic conflict between good and evil. While the second coming of Jesus is anticipated, the exact time remains unknown. Mark 13:32 emphasizes that no one knows the day or hour, not even the angels, but only the Father. This uncertainty emphasizes the need for believers to always be ready, watchful, and focused on Jesus. The devil seeks to distract mankind from understanding the signs and closeness of Jesus' coming, so believers are called to stay vigilant and prepared. The call to pray and strengthen faith in anticipation of the Lord's return is central in Christian theology, particularly in eschatological teachings. This spiritual practice and commitment reflect a deep-seated belief in the imminent return of Jesus Christ. Preparation for this momentous event requires fervent prayer and unwavering faith, as emphasized in various biblical passages and teachings of Jesus and the apostles. The belief in the Antichrist and the second coming of Jesus Christ are significant aspects of religious and eschatological teachings. The Antichrist represents the forces of darkness and deception, while the return of Jesus symbolizes the ultimate resolution of the cosmic conflict between good and evil. These beliefs underscore the importance of spiritual preparedness, discernment, and unwavering faith in facing the challenges of the present age and anticipating the fulfillment of divine promises. The exhortations for believers to be vigilant, watchful, and prepared for the Lord's return are numerous and can be found throughout the Bible. One such example is found in Matthew, where Jesus instructs his followers to stay awake and be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an unexpected hour. This call to readiness and preparation is a reminder of the uncertainty surrounding the timing of Jesus' return and the need for believers to be spiritually awake and alert. Prayer plays a crucial role in the life of a believer and serves as a direct and intimate connection with the divine. Through prayer, believers align themselves with the teachings and examples set by Christ during his earthly ministry. It is an acknowledgement of their dependence on God's grace and a means to cultivate a personal relationship with Jesus. Prayer is not merely a ritual but a transformative practice that deepens spiritual awareness and reinforces the believer's reliance on God. Strengthening faith is inseparable from the preparation for the Lord's return. In this context, faith is not just a passive acceptance of doctrinal tenets, but an active trust and confidence in the promises of God. Hebrews 11:1 defines faith as the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. It is through this unwavering faith that believers find the strength to persevere, endure trials, and remain steadfast in their journey towards the anticipated return of Jesus. The emphasis on prayer and faith is not only about personal spiritual growth but also about the collective readiness of the Christian community. The expectation of the Lord's return fosters a sense of communal responsibility, encouraging believers to support and uplift one another in faith. This communal aspect is reflected in passages such as Hebrews, which urges believers to consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some. The act of prayer is intricately connected with seeking God's guidance, wisdom, and strength. It is a means of aligning one's will with the divine will and discerning the path that leads to righteous living. The model prayer given by Jesus, commonly known as the Lord's Prayer, exemplifies this alignment and includes the supplication, "Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven," Matthew 6:10. This prayer encapsulates the desire for the realization of God's kingdom and the submission of human will to divine purposes. Preparation. The exhortation to pray towards Jesus and strengthen faith in preparation for the Lord's return is deeply embedded in Christian eschatological teachings. It is a call to active engagement with the divine through prayer, a practice that fosters spiritual intimacy and alignment with God's will. Strengthening faith goes beyond doctrinal adherence. It involves a dynamic trust in the promises of God and a continuous commitment to righteous living. This spiritual preparation is both individual and communal, emphasizing the interconnectedness of believers as they anticipate the fulfillment of the divine promises in the imminent return of Jesus Christ. The anticipation of Jesus' return carries profound theological implications regarding what will happen when he returns. The belief in Jesus' return as a moment of divine justice, where he brings righteousness and punishes wrongdoers, is a central theme in Christian eschatology. This belief draws from various biblical passages that depict the second coming of Jesus as a moment of reckoning, redemption,